I hope you are all awake now. We just heard two inspiring examples on what kind of new, innovative opportunities space can create. But all those opportunities rely on one thing, that the space remains safe to use. I'm here to tell you how we at Aavuus are ensuring that all these opportunities can function safely in space. My name is Joonas Jokela, and I'm the CEO and founder of Aavuus. And we are solving the biggest challenge that the modern space ecosystem is facing: space debris. Now, I'm sure you've all heard the term space debris in one way or another, but the scale of the problem might not be so well known. European Space Agency estimates that there are over 100 million pieces of debris floating around us, and only about 40,000 of those are actively being tracked. You heard me right, that was 100 million versus 40,000. So that means that over 99.9% of debris remains as an invisible threat to our satellite infrastructure. There simply isn't enough capacity and capabilities to track more. And what is even scarier is that even with this limited picture we have today, we are already getting over 10,000 near misses a month. That's over 300 times a day that a satellite has been on a collision course with debris. And we want to avoid these collisions as much as we can, as even 1 centimeter particle contains energy comparable to an explosion of a hand grenade. Just earlier this month, a Chinese manned spacecraft was hit by space debris, and they actually had to abort their mission on bringing 3 of their crew members back to Earth. That is the reality we are operating in today, and if nothing is done, complete orbits might be unusable for the foreseeable future. So I'm sure we can all agree that something has to be done. But the question is what? Well, the name of the game is prevention. And that's where we at Aavuus come in. Our mission is simple: to make the invisible visible. We at Aavuus are building a global network of observation stations on ground, utilizing laser technology to detect and track space debris with unmatched precision. With our data, satellite operators are able to avoid collisions and protect their fleets. You can think of us as building the foundation of traffic light system for space, so that thousands of satellites can operate safely in space without having to worry about collisions. We see Aavuus as the data backbone for safer, cleaner orbital environment where space operators know what's around them at all times. So, why is the data that we at Aavuus are producing something that can help solve the space debris challenge? We are able to detect debris down to 1 centimeter in size and pinpoint it with 1 meter accuracy. That's up to 1,000 times better accuracy that operators are relying on today. And when we remember that these debris particles fly at around 27,000 kilometers per hour, even tiny mistakes can turn into massive risk. The accuracy that our solution reaches doesn't only make our data trustworthy, it makes it crucial. The confidence that our data brings to the game doesn't only translate into safety, it changes how space operators plan their missions. Suddenly, you are able to fly closer to satellites and other orbital objects. You can extend your mission lifetime, and more importantly, you can trust your data instead of your luck. And what about our stations then? The best part of them is that we are able to produce them at a fraction of the cost than the traditional setups. Instead of building massive observation stations, ours are small, modular, and optimized for data throughput. We are maximizing tracks per hour while generating more data per euro spent on our infrastructure. That cost efficiency means we are able to scale faster. We are able to cover more sky, and we are able to deliver high-quality debris data globally. And on top of all this, we are also able to produce characterization data on the debris. Richer data means we are able to calculate the flight paths of debris much more accurately. And that's an important part when we are trying to predict what collisions might happen in the future. For example, 6 hours or 24 hours from now. The market is already 13 billion euros annually, and it's growing with every launch. Each new satellite in orbit increases the demand for an accurate orbital picture, especially as mega constellations fill the low Earth orbit. One collision can destroy millions in hardware and months in operational capacity. And because launch queues are already several years long, that's not only costly, that can be paralyzing. We are collaborating with space situational awareness companies and utilizing our data to provide satellite operators that accurate orbital information. The biggest problem with the market currently is that there isn't enough data on space debris, and we at Aavuus are filling that gap. Our founding team comes from the Finnish Geospatial Research Institute, where we have spent years developing and operating advanced laser systems, including the only Nordic laser observation station. So, we have worked on this technique before, we have proven it works, and now we are scaling it into a global network of economically viable stations to detect debris. Our team contains expertise in physics, space geodesy, system automation, optical engineering, and business development, the exact combination needed to take this from research into commercial infrastructure. We have already forged key partnerships with research institutions and end users to validate our system requirements. We are currently raising our pre-seed, and we are going to get our first signal from the space and sign our first anchor customer next year. If what I've told you resonates with you and you want to be part of our journey, now is the time. Space used to be the final frontier. Now it's our shared backyard. I challenge you all to join us in making space safe and open again, so that innovations today have a clear sky to operate in tomorrow. I'm Joonas Jokela, the CEO and founder of Aavuus. Thank you.